My stream for today's NL25 zone session. Probably play two sessions today, one in the afternoon and one later on tonight, depending what kind of time I have. But first, I just wanted to do a quick session review from my session 2 nights ago. So it's going to be pretty basic and simple. Just going to be looking through the hands here that saw 15 big blinds. I think I have it set up 15 big blinds or more. I'm just going to go through the hands quickly. I'm going to put this video up on YouTube. If you were watching the GTO Plus stuff, by the way, I apologize. I'm actually not going to continue that three-part series. The reason for that is because I believe it actually was flawed, the ranges that I was using. So I'm going to be doing some sessions here, some study sessions here on Twitch that I'll be putting on YouTube using GTO Plus more. But right now, I'm just going to be doing a quick session review, NL25 zone, here on Twitch, and also I will be doing, I'll be bringing this over to YouTube as well. If you want to check out my Twitch channel, the Twitch channel is twitch.tv/pokerdad2878. Come check it out. Shoot me a follow. I do all my live sessions here, and I'm doing my study sessions here as well. But I will also be bringing some stuff over to YouTube as I can. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's just jump into this quick session review before I do start my session. So here we have Ace Queen offsuit, and it looks like a limp comes in. We're definitely going to isolate here, and a call. We get a call, and by the way, we're going to be able to take a look at whole cards at the end here for hands that to see exactly what the villain had, which I think is always interesting. Here we have top pair out of position. I'm going to check here, and definitely, of course, I will check call. My opponent bets rather large here, but we definitely want to call this. 6 comes out, so definitely not thrilled about the 6. My opponent now sizes down his bet, though, and bets half pot. So, again, a spot we just want to call. And a 4 comes out. I don't see a scenario where we're really going to fold here, not having any diamonds. Our opponent could definitely be on some kind of a flush draw here. He could also have a 6 and have us beat, but I don't see a scenario where we'd be folding here unless he bets super large. And he decides to check back, and he shows Queen 9. So he was actually on a backdoor flush draw, and we take it down. Okay, here we have Ace Queen offsuit from the small blind. We decide to 3-bet here, and we get a call from the button. And we miss this board here. We check. Our opponent decides to shove into us here, and I think this is just a pretty clear fold. And he had pocket 6s. Next up, we have 10-9 suited here from the button. We open up 2 big blinds, get a call from the big blind. 2 pair here on a monotone board. Not the best situation for us, but we definitely want to throw out a c-bet here. And I throw out a rather larger c-bet, about 3/4 pot here. Opponent raises it. I don't think I can really fold here in this spot, even on the monotone board with 2 pairs, so I'm going to give it a call. 4 comes out, and my opponent bets rather large here again, and I think I probably should be calling this, but I folded. So I don't know what the point here was. Like, if I'm going to call the flop here, I don't see why I'm actually folding the turn. It doesn't quite make much sense. You know, because it's a very good chance, of course, he's going to follow up with his check raise on the turn when he has check raise on the flop. So I'm not really sure I know the purpose of this here, but either way, he did have a flush, so I guess a smart fold by us. We could have still actually won this hand on the river, but you know, at that point, if I really think he has a flush, then why am I even calling the check raise? Here we have pocket kings. Open it up. 3-bet, I'm sorry. And let's see, our opponent has 59.56, so this is pretty much a small SPR pot where you just want to get it all in. He checks. I decide to bet half pot here. I have a king of hearts, which helps me kind of do this instead of just shoving all in here on the flop. I mean, the SPR 59.56 divided by 19.4. The SPR is a little bit over 3, so I think this is fine, but we're still looking to get it all in. When he decides to raise me here, I think the best thing is just a shove, and he calls it. And he was calling it with a flush draw, and we take it down. Pocket tens, we open it up, get 3-bet. We're going to 4-bet here, and our opponent calls. So here clearly we are in a 1 SPR pot, 78 divided by 45.4. So we're in a 1.7 SPR pot. We're kind of pot committed on this one here. So I think we could bet here, or we can shove, or we can check, shove. And check shove actually might be the more interesting way to go about this. But in 3-bet pot, you know, I'm actually okay betting here too. I bet kind of on the smaller side with the intention of getting it all in on the turn. And he just folds it up. So even if I would have shoved, he would have folded, and obviously he connected in no way to this board. Kind of interesting that he calls a 4-bet with Jack-9 suited. So I guess opponents here at Ignition Zone are calling 4-bets pretty wide when they're calling a 4-bet with Jack-9 suited. But yeah, he's obviously going to fold there. Here we have King-Jack suited. And we raise it up and get a 3-bet from the small blind. So we're going to call this here. Stack sizes were both pretty deep. We have a backdoor flush draw. Our opponent bets into us. Gives us pretty good odds to call, 4-1. We're definitely going to call this here. Oh, yep, I don't like that. I don't like that fold. That fold was a little bit too weak here. In a 3-bet pot, we're getting like really good odds to call. I think we just need to call that there. The ace on the board probably isn't the best thing in the paired board. So maybe we can justify folding here without a straight flush draw. And I mean, he had a worse flush draw. I really actually don't like that fold. I'd rather see myself call there, getting really good odds to call with a backdoor flush draw. Paired board, of course, is not the best situation, but I think that was kind of a weak fold. Okay, here we are going to 3-bet with our 8s from the button. Get a call. Opponent checks. We could bet or check here. I'm actually okay just actually checking behind here. Don't really connect too well with the board. We don't really have any draws or anything like that. Just pocket 8s. You know, maybe we do need some kind of protection here, but I'd rather have at least a heart or a spade in my hand to be able to put out a bet here. At least a heart. But I do bet. I think betting is fine too. I don't think betting is the worst thing. You know, the good thing here at least is that we can improve to an open ender with the bet, and we take it down. Pocket kings here. Opponent checks to us here in this spot here. We perfectly fine for us to check back. Queen comes out now, and I think here we could really again either check or bet here. I'm fine with either or. If I had a spade, I think it'd be actually if I had a spade, probably, but not having a spade here, I think probably might be better to bet here, and I do. And my opponent calls, and at the 3, I can just let this one go check check, and our opponent has an ace here, so. Ace-9 here, we're just going to go check call. And when he doesn't bet, you know, I think we can just throw out a smallish bet here. We do have an open ender, and we have top pair, so we have a really good hand. In fact, actually, I think we can actually size it up. We don't have to underbet here, and that's what I do. Actually, I size it up. And opponent raises me. Definitely don't want to fold here in this spot, so I call it. And 5 comes out. Pretty great. We hit our straight. We check again. Opponent bets. And I called here. I think the reason why I called here was just because of the possibility of him having a hand like 10-9. And for that reason, I decided to just check because, you know, it is possible on the turn when we bet and he raises that he could have a hand like a straight, like 10-9. So I figured it was actually the best bet here. Plus, we could also be chopping as well with a 9. And if he doesn't have 10-9 and just happens to have a 9, he was check raising with an open ender. So that's why I didn't raise it here, because I feel like I'm probably either losing or chopping. But worked out well that actually we won versus 2 pair. We 3-bet from the big blind. Opponent calls. And here we have top pair. Good kicker, of course, in the 3-bet pot. I'm definitely okay betting here. Half pot. Opponent calls. 8 comes out now. We can do either or. We can check here or we can bet here. I don't think it really matters one way or the other, but I actually don't mind like checking. Well, I don't know. The problem here with checking, and then if he puts out some like extremely large bet, it makes it kind of annoying. That's why actually I'd rather just keep the initiative here in this pot. Plus we have a king of hearts, which helps too on this particular board. We bet, and our opponent folds. And yeah, he had a backdoor flush draw. So here we're just gonna call a 3-bet out of position. We got top pair. No flush draws. We're gonna check call it, of course. When our opponent elects not to continuation bet, with our top pair, it can go really either way. I think here on this particular board, we do also have a gut shot as well. I think we're okay actually throwing out a delayed c-bet here. And I do that, and I underbet it, which is fine too, because I have top pair. My opponent calls it. Ace comes out, kind of sucks. And right now, I just rather go check, check, and hope to take it down. It does go check, check, and unfortunately, he hits his top pair on the river. Okay, here we have ace 5 suited. And we just call it from the big blind. Hit the flush draw. Opponent bets, and I could have bet or I could have raised it here. I think I just should have actually just check raises here. I think I just missed an opportunity. Get top pair, we check, opponent checks, and we can just go check, check again. And we take it down. So I think I definitely missed an opportunity with a check raise. Open up kings. We get 3-bet, we should 4-bet here. And let's see, this guy 5-bets us. And I, of course, shove him all in. He calls. And he had aces. Ace-jack, multi-way. We got bottom pair, but we also do have a gut shot as well. Pot size bet comes in here. I really don't love the pot size bet here in a multi-way pot, but we can't fold here. Now it goes check, check. So this is interesting when it goes check, check. I think actually I missed an opportunity here. The thing is, like, my hand isn't really that vulnerable, so I guess in that sense I can go check back here is fine. 9 comes out, and he bets, and we call it. And he had king 10. And yeah, I mean, I don't think I was getting a king. Well, yeah, what do you have? He had a straight, so, right? Yeah, he had a straight, so I don't think we're getting at the fold anyway. His straight draw with a king. So I think the check back is fine. Okay, so what was this here? We opened, yeah. And here, we could just check call. Opponent bets, half pot, fine, we call. Spot here again, we could check call this again. And just, you know, now he puts out even a smaller bet here for big blinds, we're gonna call it. And I think if he bets again here, I think we just fold now. He does, half pot. So I mean, I just think this is probably better off as a fold. I don't see the advantage of calling triple barrel. I mean, I guess the only thing is here is that, you know, he could be doing this with a flush draw, and with us not having any clubs, that's definitely helpful for us because we're not blocking out his bluffs. half pot size bet. You know, actually, I'd be tempted here. We're getting good enough odds, I think, to call, actually, without having it. If we had a club, I think we fold it up, but here we can call it. I did fold it, but I think I actually should have called. And he would have ended up hitting 2 pair. We would have lost, but I actually don't think calling is the worst thing there. It's just usually a lot of guys aren't triple barreling at NL25 as a bluff. Jack King. But it's easy to say that, you know, after I see the result. But obviously I made the correct fold. But I think I think there is situations I could probably call that too. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Okay, so pre-flop, we open it, call from the small blind, and we have a gut shot here. Should just c-bet this. We do. Check. I could just bet again here, double barrel. I check back. I think it's kind of passive. I'd rather see myself double barrel here. 3 comes out, he bets, and then we fold. So, you know, so this is an interesting situation, right? So, just looking at what he had, if I do the double barrel, yeah, he's going to call it. Maybe he raises it and then we fold, right? But maybe if he's going to call it, then now what's going to happen on the river is he'll check, well bluff, and we'll take down the pot. So, my passive play on the turn cost me this one. Here, 3-betting and cutoff versus middle position. 2-pair, backdoor flush draw as well. Definitely want to throw out a c-bet here. I bet half pot with it being a 3-bet pot. The opponent calls. Board pairs, not the best thing in the world, of course. But we definitely want to bet here again. I bet a little bit larger. I could bet even bigger here. I still think that my bet sizing needs a lot of work. I still feel like I'm just not betting big enough with my value hands, and this is a hand I think I should be betting a lot bigger with. But we get the fold either way, so it doesn't really matter. Our opponent, wow. Our opponent actually folded top pair here. I'm kind of surprised. Don't really see that too often at Ignition. On a paired board, I'm really surprised he did that. Maybe it was a misclick. Here, of course, we're going to 3-bet ace-queen offsuit versus middle position open. Not much doing here. We can just go check back. King comes out, and we prove to a gut shot. Our opponent checks. Again, missed the spot here. I'm not sure why in this session I was not betting here. Absolutely should have thrown a delayed c-bet here. King comes out and it goes check check, and I lose the pot here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm checking back here. We could definitely get sixes to fold in this spot. I don't know why I didn't throw out my delayed c-bet. I don't know. I was missing some spots. Ace-4 suited. Go multi-way. Obviously not the great flop here. It's not a big deal. Move on. Ace-4. Backdoor flush draw. Check. Opponent bets. See, I could check raise here. Pot size bet though. I don't know if I should be check raising pot size bets or not. So I do it here though. And my opponent calls. 2 comes out. Check check. Ace comes out here. I can just go check call even. Goes check check, and I think we took it down. So this was kind of interesting, huh? On the turn, he has kings and he checks back. Just laying off the aggression. It cost him the hand. As far as he played the kings that passively. Jack Queen of clubs right here. We flop a straight. Pretty good. Definitely want to check raises here. Pot size bet. And I think we just go for the kill here. He shoves us all in. It's not a bad result. And we take it down. He had a pair of 10s. And that's it. All right. Pretty cool. Just a quick session review. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to be starting up my session now in a couple of minutes. I'm going to be shutting off the stream and then restarting the stream with a delay on it. So if you do me a favor, if you like this video, please follow me here on Twitch. Also, if you watch this video on YouTube, please do me a favor and click the subscribe button. And also check out my Twitch channel as well. So until next time, Poker Dad.